So let's jump into the first topic for today, Dad. I'll share my screen in just a second, but we're going to kick things off with the chip shortage, right?
The who?
Yeah, like you haven't heard of this yet.
There's a chip shortage?
There's a chip shortage.
Can you fill me in?
There were two articles in Automotive News, and I will zoom in because I know the way that you like that. You like it nice and zoomed in. There were two articles in Automotive News that really spoke to this. Thought we'd walk through both of them. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we have this first one. Chip crisis dashes industry hopes for post-pandemic sales recovery. The deeper we get into this, Dad, the more clear it is that we're going to have ongoing and lasting impacts from the chip crisis. New vehicle supply levels won't be at what we expected them to be anytime soon. And that was kind of the big takeaway from this article from Peter Siegel. There was a chart down here that I found especially interesting. It was from LMC Automotive.
Yes.
Black line representing, hey, this is what we think in terms of international, global vehicle sales. No pandemic, then this was our expectation. In blue for what we thought was going to happen, post-pandemic and in the current pandemic. And red was from back in June. And you can see things have just gotten kind of worse and worse in terms of that V-shaped recovery. It certainly isn't.
No. And there doesn't seem to be any speedy resolution to Chipmageddon. Merely because these are legacy chips. They're older style semiconductor chips that are not nearly as profitable for these fab manufacturers to build as the newer chips are today. And when so many of the vehicle manufacturers canceled their orders at the start of the pandemic, these chip manufacturers moved that production capability to other higher profit margin chips to be built for other buyers. And they're not quite as interested in figuring out how to find more production capabilities for the auto industry when they're not going to make nearly as much money on those chips as they would on the other chips that they're producing. So it's a situation where the manufacturers sort of created it on their own, the automobile manufacturers, and the chip manufacturers have said, we remember you're the ones that canceled your orders. Why should we believe that you're going to want all the upcoming orders that you're trying to place now? And we're gonna put our resources elsewhere for the time being.
And Pops, the data backs this as well. There's another article, and I know we'll come back to the prior one because there was some more data in there that we want to pull out. But top global chip makers resist Biden's bid for supply chain data. If you hadn't heard, it was maybe 2 weeks ago now that the White House said that they were going to all the different chip manufacturers, automotive OEMs, and saying, hey, be transparent, give us the data. What's going on here? Is someone hoarding chips? Where are they? Calling up Frito-Lay even. I can't use your jokes. Your jokes are only good when you say your jokes. Anyway, but you're right, Dad. The lead times to actually get semiconductors from the tier one suppliers, those that are producing them, this chart from Bloomberg, it makes it crystal clear. The lead time now to receive a semiconductor is 21.7 weeks in automotive.
Which is about 5.5 months from the time you say, hey, raise my hand, I need chips. Can I order some chips? And they go, okay, we'll accept your order. And maybe in 5.5 months, you'll start getting those chips.
And for those playing along on the podcast side of things, not looking at the charts, traditionally, that's been a 11, 12, 13, 14, tops 15-week lead time. So we're adding a significant amount, 25%, 33% increase on top of what it previously was in terms of how long it takes to actually receive these supplies. And we did a live stream very recently, Dad, where we talked about and we looked at some of the lead times for specific chips. And then what's happening is that the actual suppliers are starting to jack up prices as well, right? So we're seeing unauthorized, not the typical dealers of chips, not car dealers, but the dealers and the distributors of chips are getting their hands on them, hoarding them, jacking up prices, causing everything to go up in price. And Dad, I know we didn't pull the article, but Elon Musk, Tesla's CEO, he said yesterday on an earnings call for Tesla, the third quarter earnings call, he said they've got a chip crisis and a ship crisis. And they need more chips and more ships to move things around. And they're raising their MSRP of vehicles because things are just more expensive.
Well, and that's going to continue. And part of the ship crisis is all the ships that are off the coast of California, waiting to dock so that all the goods that are on those ships can be unloaded. And there's not an I don't get it. There's just not enough workers. There's not enough people that are interested in working, and yet somehow in September we only added 174,000 new jobs in this country. Well, if there's millions of jobs out there, and that are trying to be filled, where the hell are the people that actually want to work and make a living? I don't get it.
So this
can I share a quick example with you? When Lee Gottlieb and I were at dinner at the Crab Trap in Summers Point on Wednesday night, which is the absolutely the largest restaurant I think I've ever been in. I've never seen a restaurant this big. God knows how many tables. And we said to the waiter, he says, "My God, it's, you guys are really busy." He says, I said, "You must be loving it." He said, "Not really. You see this restaurant?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "We have one busboy. We can't get anybody to work as a busboy." Well, when we saw the busboy, he had the biggest smile on his face because he gets a percentage of the server's tips. And well, he ain't sharing them with anybody other than himself because he's the only busboy. But my point is, all businesses are stuck in this conundrum of where do we find employees, and why is it that people actually, I don't know, don't want to work and to be able to make a living? I just don't get it. So I'll stop there. I'm sorry.
Final note on the chip shortage, chip crisis, chip Mageddon. We'll provide more updates next week on Daily News you can use. However, IHS Markit is one of the largest international data suppliers globally. Yes. And they've upped their expectation of lost units to production, or from the chip shortage to production, from 9.5 million to 11 million units globally. We'll have another update from Auto Forecast Solutions next week as well. We'll touch on those numbers then. It is what it is. There's a chip crisis. There's a ship crisis. There's a lot of things going on. And you know what? There also is.
There's not a big enough bowl to make that much poop. There's not. And the unfortunate reality is the poop's only going to get deeper.